Hi there. I'm now going to show you a very exciting app called Vela. Okay, I have been working on this for last few months and created two versions of it. One is a desktop version, which is what I'm showing you right now, and one is a mobile version, which I'm going to show you later on a screen, on a mobile screen. In this case, you are seeing a desktop version, and you are seeing the app which is basically the app, and it says the Project Vela, and it has many screens. It is now showing mobile screen for it, uh, which is the onboarding screen of this. And I'm going to show you more details later on. Okay. So one thing I wanted to show you is that the mobile screen has many different onboarding screens like these. Okay. And I'll take you through one by one in a few minutes. But before that, again, I wanted to show you that we have all these different features in this app, and we started with the desktop version that I showed you in the beginning, and now I'm showing you um, this is the desktop version which I showed you in the beginning, and then I showed you the mobile version of it. And now let's do this. Let's go through the mobile version in a little more details so you can get a bird's eye view of what I'm talking about and all the highly exciting features that I'm talking about. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to go through the mobile version in a little more details, and this is like the splash screen of the mobile version that you're looking at. Now, before we get into, get deeper into this, I want to tell you what Vela is all about. Vela is supposed to be a weather app, but it's a very different weather app than what you have seen in the past. Okay, it is a weather app primarily for wind and water sports fans. Okay, so people who do things like surfing or swimming in the ocean or skydiving, in the sky, parachuting and all that, they need to know, okay, what is going to be the wind conditions. Okay, when they go out in the sky, when they go out skydiving, the wind is going to just die all of a sudden, or they're going to be caught in a storm or a thunderstorm or something, and a hurricane. Or same thing with the ocean also. When they get into the water, what is going to be the condition of the water? Okay, are they going to get caught in a bad, underground current somewhere, underwater current? Or if there's going to be, water is going to have a strong tide, or, these things are very important, or the water is going to just die down, basically. Okay. So for a surfer, this is very critical, this information. Okay. And they, sort of, I have seen many surfers in the past, and they live and die by this information. Okay. When the tide comes, they get into the water right away. It doesn't matter whether they're in, San Diego, California, or they are in Hawaii, Honolulu, Hawaii, or somewhere in Europe, or in Brazil or whatever. Okay, when the tide comes, if it's a strong tide and they have that information that it's coming, and maybe it's in the next half hour, they need to get in the water. So that's why an app like this is absolutely critical for sports enthusiasts who get into the water or get into the sky for their adventures. Okay, so here's the mobile version of it, and what I'm showing you is basically iPhone version of it, but the similar version is available for Android phones also. Like in my phone, which is Samsung Galaxy, I have the same things. So I'm going to show you. This is the splash screen, okay, and I'm going to show you the different features. So of course, if you click on this, that's going to take you to the onboarding. Okay, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but let me give you a bird's eye view of what onboarding is all about. So you click on this, and here is a weather forecast. You can, and you can get some details there, and you can click on it again. It takes you to live TV, so you can get some TV image or some sports channel image of the weather conditions right now in your current location. So this is a local TV channel you can take a look at, and if you're interested in breaking news before you get into the water or the sky, you want to know, what the world is all about. If it's safe to get into the water right now, or what's going on, or into the sky. So you may be interested in the breaking news, or you can click on the training and get some last minute training also if you need. Okay. So at the same time, you can see their login and passwords. Okay, you can sign in with the login and passwords, and then it'll take you into the main part of the app, which is here is the main part of the app. So you don't have to go through onboarding all the time. You go through it only once, and once you know how to use the app, from then on you just log in and and put in your password, and boom, it brings you here. Okay, and it says welcome to Vela. Okay, discover a world of fun with wind and waves. So that's what this app is all about. People who want to have fun with wind and waves, they need the weather information and the local information. So that's what this app will provide, and that's very different from any other weather app out there in the market today. Okay, so click on enter, and then it takes you to a setup information screen where you can set up your profile with your name, age, and favorite sports. You can click on next, and then it takes you to email and password. So when you're setting up, you may have to put in your email and password also. So you can use that password in the future, and you can use the email as a login. And next, if you make a mistake with the password, it says forget password. And just like any other password screens in other apps, it asks you for email, new password, confirm password, and all those things. And once you're done, okay, now it brings you to the main features of the app. Okay, so what are the main features? We already alluded to them a little bit. Of course, the most important one, which is this app is all about, is weather forecast. Okay, so that you have to have that information before you get into the water or in the sky. Okay, live TV, I talked about it. News, we talked about it. Training, also we talked about it. And one more very important function or feature of this app is search. So if you click on search, let's see what happens. Boom. Okay, so search brings you to this screen, and we have the same screens on the desktop version, by the way. I'm showing you the mobile screens, but you get the same things. So now it's saying, okay, where are you now, current location, and how far are you willing to travel, okay, to go surfing or to go skydiving. So you put in your current location, maybe the state you're in, and the distance you're willing to travel. So this is like a search radius, okay? Looking for information about clubs or gear shops, okay, before you get into the water. So you can have the right gears, the right trainer if you want in here. And then you do your adventures, okay? So you want to know where they are, how far they are. So this is like a search radius from your current location. So put in, 25 miles you're willing to travel, maybe 30 miles. And so whatever it is, you put in there, put in your current location, and then you click on one of these. Suppose you already have your gears and you're looking for a sports club. So you click on this, and it brings up saying, yeah, okay, so within that distance, you have clubs in clubs in San Diego, or you could search for something else also. So let's search for gear shop also, and here also saying within the distance that you put in, there are gear stores, okay, in Los Angeles, in San Diego, or San Francisco. So you have all these choices. Now, if you click on enter, it'll take you into this and say, okay, in Los Angeles there are 2 shops where you can get your gear before you get into the water, okay, or in the sky. Fourth Quarter or Pro Base. Those are good sports gear stores. Okay, and once you go there and get your information, and suppose now you want to know, okay, where the clubs are, so you go back to the main screen, okay, and then go back again, and then you come to the search screen, and now you say, okay, I got my gear. I need to know sports club, or sport clubs these are generally going to be near the beaches. Okay, so which sports club I should go to? Okay, I got my gear already. I'm all geared up. I'm ready to go, ready to jump in. Okay, which beach sports club I should go to? Okay, so you put in all these location and the distance that you're willing to travel, and then click on sports club, and it takes you to sports club locations. Okay, as opposed to the gears location that we saw a few minutes ago. Okay, now these are sports club locations because now you already have gears. Okay, so you go to sports club locations in California nearby, and again, there's something in San Diego, there's something in Malibu, which is right outside Los Angeles. Okay, these are all beach towns, as you know, very, very nice beach towns and full of sports enthusiasts who love the weather there and who love going surfing or skydiving or even doing hot air balloons rides and all kind of things. Okay, so and sailing, of course. So you choose one of these locations where you're willing to go, and again you go back and say, okay, I need this, so maybe I'm going to hit enter and see what's out there in San Diego in terms of sports clubs, and boom, it brings up two very nice sports clubs. Right? I used to live in Carmel Valley, and it's a beautiful area, the beach town, and there's a Bay Club right there. Leagues United is another one in San Diego. So these are some very, very good beach clubs, where you sports clubs on beaches basically, where you can go and with your gear. And then don't necessarily always sell gear. That's why we had the other function. So you can go and get your gears, and then you come here to one of these clubs and do your surfing or skydiving. Okay, and suppose you want more information, and you can always go back, and you want to take another look at some of the other options and say, okay, maybe I want to change my favorite sports. Okay, maybe some other sports I'm looking at. Instead of skydiving, I want to go hot air balloon ride, or I want to go on a maybe parachuting or something. So you put in that favorite sports, and again click on next, and again log in, and then get in. And if you make a mistake, you can always go through this, and here again you look for the new sports that you just entered. Okay, for that you want to get the right gear, and you can search where you can go and get the right gear for that new sport. And then once you get the gears, where you can go and get the sports club. Okay, you go to the sports club for the actual sports, just like I showed you before. Okay, and you can go in, you can do this, and you can also, when you're done, you can go back to your main screen, and that's it. That's what this Project Vela app is all about. So I wanted to show you, I think this is very, very exciting. I think, if you're a sports fan, if you like wind sports or water sports, you're absolutely going to love this app. Okay, I have no doubt about it. And again, we have a mobile version and we have a desktop version. And right now it's free. We're offering it for free. So as a trial run, and if you want to try it out and give us your feedback, we would definitely appreciate it. So please go and grab it. You can download it from YouTube. You can take a look at it. You can download it from even Google Play and give it a try. And please give us your feedback so we can improvise this app, and even in the future bringing you a more, much more improvised version of it very soon. All right. Okay. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Good night.